Welcome back to OrgPro 2012. We're at the Motor City Casino in Detroit, Michigan, and I'm Chris Holman. You're listening on the Michigan Business Network, watching as well, and we have Chuck Haddon with us right now, Executive Director of the Michigan Manufacturers Association. Good to have you here, partner.
I'm glad to be here.
And good to have you alive and well.
Manufacturing's very alive and well right now. We're doing great.
Yeah. You know, it's a funny thing. You always feel obligated to re-say that because when you talk to people around the country, they're pretty sure we're all still on fire here.
You're right. And people are calling me saying, what's going on? What's happening there?
Yeah.
And I'm just thrilled about it. I mean, my biggest problem right now, and you and I have talked about this, Chris, is that the talent is not out there. I need more people in the pipeline to really get the manufacturing fired up and going again.
You know, you said something kind of interesting off air, Chuck, and that was that the first step was identifying it as a true problem.
Yep.
When manufacturing comes back and the people are gone, it is a problem. And some of this is not turnaround quick.
No, it is not. I mean, and it's nobody's fault either. Nobody wanted to go into manufacturing because there were no jobs there. I mean, for 3 years, they were laying off people and getting down to a very core group of people. Well, they still got that core group of people, but they need to build on it now. And if you survive during this, you're making money right now.
So listen to this question, because a lot of people are saying, well, yeah, manufacturing is coming back because auto is coming back. Do you feel that way? Because I feel like a good portion of that would be coming back anyway.
I think that's true, but I think that, you know, what do they say? The average age of a pickup truck is like 8 or 9 years old right now. So, you know, it's part auto. Yeah, we're not going to get away from being the auto center. In fact, I don't think we should. I think we should be bragging about it, quite frankly. But as soon as auto comes back, then some of the Dow Chemical supplies that. And then, you know, office furniture comes in after that. So it is starting to get rolling here, and I think it's just a matter of time. Steel is really picking up, and that's sort of my canary in the coal mine thing. So.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your ongoing cast to get these workers out, because I said they weren't quick turnaround. CNC operators don't pop out tomorrow.
No, I don't. It takes at least a 6-week period. We're working with a couple of community colleges, Wayne Community College. We're doing a program with them to get some welders out in a hurry. I think everybody's recognizing, particularly at the community college level and in government, that we need, if we want to continue this gaining, we need to have talent. It doesn't matter how many tax breaks, it doesn't matter how much you pay workers. If you can't get them, it doesn't make any difference. And so you can't produce a product if you don't have the workers to do it.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about issues. We're getting away from OrgPro now, but the manufacturer's issues right now. Tell me what's out there you got to work at.
Well, the biggest thing we're working on right now is the personal property tax. And it's a tough one for the public to understand because they don't have to pay a personal property tax, and it really hits manufacturers harder than any other business because of, in a sense, it's like if you're an individual and you were paying personal property tax, you'd have to make a decision about whether to buy that big screen TV or not. And because if you did, your taxes would go up, and then it would depreciate over time. Well, that's the same with all the equipment that manufacturers do, and so they are trouble reinvesting in that equipment. And this is the time we want them to reinvest. So if we can get rid of the personal property tax, replace it with something else, or find another way to get around it, I think we need that tax going to the locals. We need them healthy too. So we're working on it. I think we're going to get there. I think we're going to get there.
Well, it's an ongoing task because when it moves from that, it moves to something else. And so you kind of have to be pretty vigilant and look at that.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about OrgPro for a minute.
Great.
We were talking about how many people were here. This is a good size.
Oh, it's one of the largest I think they've ever had. And it really is. It's refreshing for me because you work all day, you sort of get things going in your head for your association. You come here, you get great ideas. I get a dozen good ideas when I walk out of here. My goal is to implement 1 or 2 of them during the course of the year. And if I do that, then my association keeps moving forward. I learn so much when I'm here, not only from the speakers, but from my counterparts, my other association heads. It really makes a big difference in my life and what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's great stuff. It is. Now, how long have you been at the manufacturers? Because I think back, and John Thotis was there for many years,
John Thotis
and then Mac McElroy was there for many years.
I've been at the association for 19 years.
Wow.
19 years, and I'm glad. I'm very fortunate, Chris, that I have the job. When I came to Lansing as a very young man, I looked around and I fell in love with the association business. I looked around and said, okay, what are the top associations you want to run or work for? I'm at one of those that I picked. I'm very fortunate I have my dream job. Not everybody can say that.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Well, you're doing a great job there. I mean, you absolutely are. Membership, how's your membership?
Membership's growing, which is unheard of. We had been growing for quite a while. But we're turning that around now. And I think it's just a matter for people to recognize the value we bring to them. And we're doing that every day.
Manufacturers open in more foreign markets?
Well, we're trying to train them more.
Yeah.
Our small to mid-sized ones are the ones we're really trying to train. And once they find out how easy it is or how they can do it and how they can even save some money doing it, then they're off doing it. I mean, you start with Canada, you then go to another market after that. But you learn gradually and it works.
You know, it's so funny because people never look at Canada as a foreign market.
I know.
And Canada and Mexico both.
Oh, absolutely, and
Right
it's
there.
our biggest trading partner.
Yeah.
We need that bridge.
Yeah. Well, that was the other issue I want to talk about 30 seconds, because this has been, in my mind, this has been the most manipulative misinformation
Yeah.
campaign I've ever seen in my life.
I agree.
To
I
keep
agree.
something from happening that everybody knows should happen.
Everybody, all the experts say it. Both governments want it to happen. There is a real grassroots effort led by some people that is not telling the whole story, is sort of painting one side of the picture, and it's scaring many of the politicians in Michigan away from it. It's not scaring the governor away, and he's going to go forward with it. We're going to get it done, and it's going to make Detroit, Windsor a big travel hub.
Get the bridge. And we can almost see it from right here, actually.
Okay.
Chuck Haddon, the CEO of the Michigan Manufacturers Association. We're at OrgPro 2012 at the Motor City Casino. I'm Chris Holman for the Michigan Business Network. We'll be right back with more.